Welcome to the island of Karakuman. This is a very exciting week for us. Not only do we gain a bunch of extra space on our boat.
Oh my god!
I might have broken a few things.
Don't let go, don't let go.
Michael has a new workout routine and I come clean.
I have huge regrets.
Plus, we make huge progress in sealing up our leaky deck.
Oh, getting wet.
Ew.
You know, bro, I've been falling like a waterfall.
They're setting up now. We're gonna sneak up and get some behind the scenes.
Lastly, you'll be introduced to soca music and meet a local artist.
This is Joel. Together with Tony and Jared, he gave up everything to buy a sailboat and go on the adventure of a lifetime. But after a death-defying sail to Cuba, he found himself alone.
Wish me luck on this adventure.
When Michael finished school, I asked her to sail with me and she agreed. Together, we explored the Bahamas, rescued a dismasted boat, sailed through a tropical storm, battled parasites and fiberglass for a year in the boatyard, adopted an orphan puppy, survived a hurricane, sailed across the Caribbean Sea, and fell madly in love.
Bums on a Boat is about having the courage to go for it, to make mistakes and commit to a dream. Subscribe and join us each week as we improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Look at all this extra space. This is insane. There's just no telling what kind of stuff we can do back here. Whoa! It kind of makes me want to jump up and down. Ah! There's a few other things we can do.
Lost my money to a hustler. Lost my wife to a friend. I lost faith in the one above, and now I'm standing to the bitter end. Living in paradise, you know why? Living in paradise, oh yeah man. Living in paradise.
Small items such as samples, tubes of eye cream, and so on can be stored neatly in a smallish box.
In my pants. When I fell in the ocean, look at my emotion, I'm having the time of my life. Because I'm living in paradise, oh yeah man. Living in paradise, you know I. Living in paradise, oh yeah man. Living in paradise. Ow!
Everybody! Of course, the best thing of all is better access to the engine.
Got the stuffing box and the prop shaft and tranny. Oil, look at all these nuts we can get to, and bolts and oil filters and air pump. Woo!
Air pump.
Boots, an air filter. Hey, don't make fun of me over there. I'm in the crevice.
I don't know what we're gonna call this new place.
It's the crevice.
Alright, you're in timeout.
I'm going in the crevice. Crevice me. Woo!
Where did all that space come from? Well, there used to be an old water heater there. 6 years ago, when we bought this boat, it came with it and it ran off the diesel engine. The boys and I decided we're not going to use this water heater because it has to use the diesel engine and we don't want to use diesel. So we disconnected hoses and then soon realized we're never going to be able to get this thing out of here, and we just left it. 6 years later, I decided it was time to go. And it wasn't impossible, but it was pretty close.
Wow, so it's loose now. You can just move it.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot of work.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is gonna be a brute.
We'll get a much better water heater in the future. Is he coming out?
Oh man. This thing is heavy.
Can it actually fit out of that hole?
It's gonna be close. I might have to take off some fittings if it doesn't.
Wow, well the good news is we got a Sawzall. Is it full of water?
I drained as much as I could. But yes. Oh,
Oh. Oh my god. It's like you're giving birth to a child.
God dang it. It's gonna get held up right here at the end.
No.
You son of a...
Look at this baby. Oh.
It's hung up.
Oh, breathe, babe. You can do it.
No,
Push.
it's not coming.
No. Oh my god.
I might have broke a few things.
What?
Okay, you ready?
Ready for what?
I gotta hand this up. I gotta get this thing out of here. All right, you grab here.
Okay.
I grab here. Okay, ready?
She's a
Don't let go. Don't let go.
she's a big busy.
Don't let go.
Holy.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Did you clear a spot?
Not really.
We'll clear a spot for it.
It can just go where I'm standing.
Are you sure?
I can lift it.
You're gonna put it down here? Oh my gosh.
Not to break a toe.
The water coming out of our water bladders was absolutely disgusting. And we really didn't suspect the water heater at that time. We just thought it went bad in the hoses or in the bladders, so we were just running it and running water through the hoses. When I'd run the faucet and I'd shut it off, I'd hear and I was like, what is that? It sounded like the engine room. So I opened up the engine compartment, shut the water off, and I saw that out of the water heater, when you'd shut it off, the pump was still running for a bit, and it was like it was pressurized, and there was this little valve where water was just exploding out into the bilge.
What's that?
This is the drain. This is what was going off
Oh.
when we were running our water.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, that's not good. So I originally went down there just to fix that leak. And then all of a sudden I decided, you know what? It's time to get this thing out of here. We're going to bypass it completely, run the hose directly to the pump, directly to the filter. We're not going through the water heater anymore. So I took the water heater to shore, and I couldn't carry it because it was so heavy. So I drained all the water out on the dock, and I noticed it was disgusting. Just like maybe rust particles and dirt and who knows what else, little maybe creepy crawlies. It was like a billion parts per million, whatever they call it, you know, the water thing, how many particles you have. It was a lot. And our water was going through that before it came out of the faucet. So there's no doubt our water's gonna come out much cleaner. It already is. And I'm now going to replace all of the hoses. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do it in this episode because they had to order it and it's on its way. But once we get all new hoses, I've already replaced the filter. We have new water bladders. And now that we're not going through that water heater, I think our water situation is gonna be much cleaner. Well, I don't know what got into Michael, guys, but all of a sudden she's on this cardio kick. And I don't know about you, but I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I've never really enjoyed working out. I've never been the kind of person to wake up and go for a run in the morning. I've hated cardio, but I decided to make this change and it's made a world of difference in my life. Like I talked about the strength and the mood and the energy. So I'd love to hear from you, whether or not you're into working out or not. Maybe you want to get into it or you already have a routine. What does that look like for you if you're moving onto a boat, or what does that look like for you if you're living on a boat right now? How do you stay fit and take care of yourself and your health on a boat where it's a little more challenging?
Lola, can you tell them to subscribe like you did when you were a baby? You remember? Tell the viewers to subscribe to see more Lola.
Subscribe. What do you think you're doing? Taking a poop on old Johnny?
Hey,
Come
mister, what do you
on.
think you're doing back there on Johnny? You better not poop on him.
Another big project that we've just completed on Shock Mate is rebedding all of the stanchions that were leaking a bunch of water down into the boat. So we rebedded them with butyl tape, which we're pretty confident is going to be an awesome fix and make no more water come into our boat. And by we, I mean Joel. He pretty much single-handedly rebedded all of the stanchions.
One of the advantages to being a YouTuber is you get to put your videos online and then you get feedback from all sorts of people. So we rebedded one of our stanchions last episode and we got tons of feedback. Everybody saying we need to countersink the holes for butyl tape. So we couldn't find a countersink drill bit, but a friend of ours named Carrie Stotland, if you're watching, thank you for watching and weighing in on this. He said you could use a bigger drill bit, which we found. It's got a little bit, you can see this angle on it. So all we're doing is just slowly drilling out a little indention on the top of the holes to make an area for the butyl tape to form a washer. The way they were, there was really nowhere for the butyl tape to collect in the area of the bolt.
You know, I held a screwdriver from time to time.
All right, let's go aft port.
Aft port.
Okay, forward starboard.
Forward starboard. He isn't capable of being in two places at once, so I helped out a little bit. You know, without me, the job wouldn't have gotten done, but all of the credit does go to Joel.
We cleaned the whole boat so we can live on it, and now I'm ripping out these stanchions. In every area where I take a stanchion out, I have to rip the boat apart in that area, and then we still have vinyl. This vinyl is original vinyl to the boat. My brother and my friend and I, when we first bought the boat, we ripped all of this vinyl off. It's like white, almost like pleather stuff. It's vinyl. It's vinyl is what it is. It's white. And the whole boat was covered in it. We ripped it all off. Sure enough, though, this stuff is relentless. It's just on the boat everywhere. No matter where you go into a nook or a cranny, and boom, the vinyl is still there. So it was holding strong underneath all of the stanchion base plates. But
do you have any regrets?
Of pulling the vinyl? I have huge regrets. Huge regrets. The vinyl was a great insulator. We could access all of the boat from the top if we had soft spots. Our whole logic was we're going to get the vinyl out. It's not functional. It's peeling off in certain areas. All we needed to do was buy a $10 can of this like spray glue and just spray it where it's coming off and just stick it back on. And it was only coming off in like 2 areas. And the whole rest of the boat was just, it looked beautiful. And it was, like I said, insulating. It was nice and white. It cleaned very easily.
And what was it like getting that stuff out?
It was one of the hardest jobs I've ever done in my life. Not just boat life jobs. I'm saying, you know, I've done roofing. I've been like on a Walmart-sized building, screwing in every foot, screwing in through metal roof, you know, up there in the hot sun in Florida. That was pretty tough, but pulling this off in like a boat that was 120 degrees, sweating, having a full face gear on because we were using heavy chemicals to get the adhesive off. I mean, not getting the vinyl off was one thing, but getting off the adhesive and like all of this fuzzy insulated, I don't know what it was. It was like foam. The whole boat was covered in it. So we ripped off the vinyl, but that was easy. Getting the foam and the adhesive off was a nightmare. And we're spraying this like acetone all over the boat. We have gas masks on. We have full on gear. We're sitting here scraping every little inch of the boat. One of the mistakes we made was caulking all the way around the stanchion bases with 5200 when we first bought the boat. It was our intention to just try to help keep water out of the boat, and we thought, you know, as maintenance, let's just put a bead of caulk all the way around them. Well, stanchion bases are made to drain, so you do not want to, at least these ones are. So what I have here, I'm about to take off this stanchion base, and I'm going to show you what happens when you seal them up and don't allow drainage. Oh, it's getting wet.
Ew.
You see, it was trapped in there.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, kind of corroded a little. But trapped in here, it's gonna make it more likely for the water to work its way into these holes. Here's what that butyl tape does. We had to remove this. We just installed it because we did not countersink the holes. So we've installed all the other ones now, and I have to scrape all this off, countersink this holes, and then reinstall it. This is our last one. But it's pretty cool to see how this butyl tape kind of forms a little gasket. And obviously with countersunk holes, it's gonna seal much better. Michael and I went to Budget Marine so many times while we were in the boatyard that we actually became friends with all the people who work there, which is mainly Desi X, Youngboy Merv, and Esther. So Youngboy Merv is a DJ and Desi X is a performer. He's a songwriter, performer, and they also are dabbling with the YouTube game, or I could say even more than dabbling. They're like all in on the YouTube game as well. So Youngboy Merv messaged me and said he's going to be playing a show on the dock across the harbor starting any minute now. All right, we're here with Youngboy Merv on the jetty at Karakuman Marina, and he is just about to perform. So before he sets up and performs, I got him to answer just a couple questions for all of you. I want him to introduce soca music. So first of all, I want you to leave in the comments if you've ever heard of soca music. And if you haven't, I'm gonna have Youngboy Merv explain soca music.
Basically, soca music is like an uplifting kind of music, happy music. So here's something that's up-tempo, talking about carnival, jab, per se, like Grenada. We're very big on jab here. And like liquors, drinking rum, basically.
What's jab?
So basically, jab is we go out on the road and we paint our skins in oil. So we take oil like the oil from the vehicle you get from the engines, and you paste it on the skin. And we just have fun on the road, listen to some soca music. And, you know, we just cheap, we dance, have on any type of fun we feel like doing.
Let's see a soca dance, something.
If you hear soca music, it'll be like, you know, Rum have been falling like a waterfall. And, you know, it just be just grooving, because it's a up-tempo kind of style. You know what I mean?
All right, what inspired you to be a DJ?
Basically one thing, right? Everybody, I come from a musical background. Everybody in my family could play a musical instrument, whether it's a guitar, piano, you know? And I was the oldest guy that couldn't play an instrument. So I needed to find something to fit into the family. And I made the right choice. Choose to be a DJ. You know what I mean? And I'm happy doing it now. You know, I'm loving to see people just reacting to me on stage when I'm performing. You see people smiling, you know? That keeps me pushing too.
All right, so where can someone check out your work?
Oh, you can follow me on all social media platforms at Youngboy Muv. You can YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anything you can think about.
They're setting up now. We're gonna sneak up and get some behind the scenes of the whole production here. So Youngboy Merv has his own YouTube channel, and John has another YouTube channel called Palm Tree Vibes. Hey John, will you explain again to me? You say, what's up? I say, poka poka.
Well, it's not really what's up here. If you say, what going on? Because here, instead of we say what's up, we say what going on.
Okay, so you say, what going on?
I did poka poke, no beef.
Poka poke, no beef.
Yeah, man. No beef.
You say the whole thing straight.
Poka poke, no beef. Or if I say I did poka poke, that man might say, no beef.
No beef.
No beef.
Okay, what going on? Poka poke, no beef.
No beef.
All right, cool.
You
man.
good? I did poka poke, no beef.
All right.
Yeah, man.
All right, so what's happening right now?
We're about to film Youngboy Muv. He's going to do a countdown of soca music, the top soca music for the month. So he's just gonna juggle them real fast, and then we're gonna upload that to a YouTube channel. So his YouTube channel.
Look at this camera setup. What do we got here? Gimbal.
Gimbal camera.
That's professional.
Next thing back.
I just wanted to show you guys this boom mic.
No, start now the next tune.
Let me see this boom mic.
I just said, I first song and then just list us up.
Like this one is whatever.
I okay, mad, just flow. I mad.
Nice.
So guys, let's dive right into it, man.
Young Boy Merv. If you've never heard of soca music, this is your chance to learn all about it. In that set right there, Young Boy Merv did all the top 10 soca songs of last month. He did little sections of each one and put it in a set list. So we're gonna put a link to his channel and to that set list in the description below. Go by, give him a subscribe, show him some love, and let him know the bum sent you.
That's right. Let him know. And let us know your pre-trip sailing checklist. It's just about that time. We are almost ready. We're sneaking up on it. We're getting ready to sail, move the boat around, and do some exploring.
By the way, I got the hose here for that water purification thing. So this is really the last piece of that puzzle. You know, the deck is sealed up.
Then we can start putting the boat back together.
We got to do the teak tow rails, but let's not get into that right now. A few things, but...
Oh, and we also serviced a winch. That was a huge win.
Yeah,
and by we, again, I mean Joel.
Yeah, it was a very productive week for us. If you have any ideas for fun activities that I could do down in that crevice, leave them in the comments below. I thought of as many things as I could, but I'm pretty sure some of you can come up with some awesome ideas. Leave them in the comments below.
Last but never least, thank you to our amazing patrons. Little reminder, guys, we got our monthly Zoom chat. Oh, Lola's stoked about the Zoom chat. We got our Zoom chat coming up on Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern time. We even got our webcam issues all straightened out, so we are good to go.
Can't wait to catch up with you guys.
Ready to chat, hear what's going on, tell you what's up with us behind the scenes. So mark your calendar.
What are you doing? To live behind the van?
And chat with us.
Live in a van down by the river? Is that what you're doing?
I don't know. Is that what that is?
I thought so. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. All right. Bye.
These are the tales of BOAB.